Good evening, welcome. Apologies for last week. Was unavailable and I didn't have internet access for a good 4 days, so that was slightly annoying. But I'm back. We missed round 6, which in all was a fantastic race. But now we've got round 7 here with everybody coming into the lobby here. NOMEX Racing, you know what it is. And we've got 25 laps. Hopefully not as eventful as today in real life in Brazil, but I'm sure we will see lots of action, lots of overtakes, and a great race. Also qualifying, of course. Just a little something to get me underway, a little drink, and yeah, I'm ready to go. Looking forward to this race. As you can see, everybody getting in the lobby nice and early, which is what we want to see. There's Reese in the Haas. Got some new names here. Astias, Palanda Beye, or Vel. I don't know. I think I've seen Geo Thanos before. I might be lying though. We'll call Palanda. Yeah, we'll say Palanda. That's easy enough. Yeah, we've got our usual suspects in as well. There's Ice One and Ace, Shane in the Sauber. Interesting to see tonight with a couple of, as I said, new faces. How they got on? How can they mix it up with the guys here in this league, which is of a very high standard? So we're gonna have to really lock in tonight. Here we go. Let's have a look at the old championship and constructor standing, shall we? Now, the internet on my phone is absolute dog water, but we'll see. So after Miami last week, if this ever wants to load, is Mainland King Panda. There's Gagley. Right, here we go. We've got the championship standings. So, of course, Tim leading the way on 150 points. Just 26 points in front of Paddy. King 5 Panda there on 122. Reese on 117. Lewis on 112. Gagley on 101. Not picking any points up last week. I don't know if that's because he wasn't available, but yeah. I thought Gagley would be one of the favourites this season, but not quite turning out that way. Although he's not a million miles behind, there's plenty of races to go. Matty Jones in the Alpine on 87. Fishy Flopper in 8th position in the championship on 84 points. We have Josh on 72 and Ice One on 66. From there downwards, a lot of point scorers still. We move over to the constructor standings. Again, we're going to have to wait for my very, very slow phone. But, yes, the Red Bulls are in quite a dominant position. They currently have 272 points, which is 59 points clear of the Aston Martins, who picked up no points last week. That is very, very disappointing. We have the Haas team in 3rd on 189, followed by the Racing Bulls on 124, McLaren's on 117, the Alpines on 110, who in the last 4 races have really started to pick up points and move up the standings. So we should keep an eye out for them. The Ferrari's currently in 7th position on 79 points. 8th we have the Mercedes on 66. Then the Williams on 43. And unfortunately, 10th and final position right now for the Saubers, who still have 40 points. We're just passing the halfway point of the season. We're just into the second half of the season, so plenty to race for, plenty of points out there to get, but we'll have to see whether the people that need it can get those points. As we have 16 in the lobby right now, which is, oh, let me just turn my volume down, which is very good. Just waiting for Panda Man and Craig there to pick their seat, and we'll get to see the race start momentarily, I guess. Sure, Tim will be feeling confident in that Red Bull. Our current world champion, he has looked very, very good, and we'll be looking to retain that title. It's going to be difficult though. It's not going to be the easiest thing for him to do. You know, he's got a lot of competition, and we're going to see right now how he gets on here at Saudi Arabia. Sure, we'll be starting any minute. And we have got 5 minutes before race start. 17 in. I think we're missing one more, and then we can start whenever. But yeah, still time. Still 5 minutes for everyone to get in the lobby and prepare themselves mentally for what's ahead. We'll talk a little bit about the track during qualifying, and so there's definitely a difference in performance if you're on a wheel at Saudi Arabia. It's very, very much a track where using the wheel is a big advantage. Those micro movements that you can do on the wheel, you can't quite do on the controller. But yeah, if you're good enough, you know, you'll do well. But this is very, very much a track, as I mentioned, that is for the wheel users. So 17 in, just one to come, and everybody will be ready for qualifying. They might be late enough to come in during qualifying, to be fair. That does happen sometimes. But you can see the drivers that we've got tonight. It's a stacked lineup, and yeah, looking forward to this one. I can't mention it enough. This is going to be a fantastic race. I'm sure we'll have plenty of incidents. It's Jeddah, you know. You're going to get that around here, as you'll see if you've not seen the track before, which I'm sure most people have. You'll see that one mistake can lead to a lot of carnage if you're close to other cars. Now we have 18 in the lobby. Just got this last person. Oh no, they've picked their car already pretty quick there. There you go. So I believe that is the number of people we have in the lobby for the race. Oh, we've got 19. got an extra one in. I saw the attendance, and I believed it was going to be 18, but yeah, 19 in the lobby. That's good. Fantastic, actually. Obviously, the more cars, the better. Just 1 minute to go now, and we will be ready to start qualifying. As you see, Gagli is ready. He's readied up. He is rearing to go tonight. Looking to put in a big performance, put pressure on Tim in the championship. I'm sure there's a lot of people wanting that too. You'll see the people's champion, Paddy, will be again looking to put the pressure on. King Panda as well. All these guys looking to make a move as we start the second half of the season. You see now, everybody's starting to ready up. So we're going to be underway any second now. There we go. We have this a sufficient amount of drivers have readied up. Oh, somebody is unreadied. Josh there, which will stop the timer, but has readied up once again to restart the timer. Somebody's dropped out there. Somebody's had a bit of an issue. I think they're back in. Yeah, we're okay though. They've managed to get back in. So, yeah, 10 seconds, and here we go to qualifying in Saudi Arabia, the Jeddah Street Circuit. The question will be, who's going to be able to put their car on pole and start this race with the advantage. Look at that beautiful views there. It's one of the most pleasing on the eye in terms of what you can see. Also, with it being a night race and all the lights and the colours, it's a very a very nice race in terms of the visuals. That's for sure. We are into qualifying then. Of course, we have to wait for the drivers to pick their strategy in terms of their wings. They've got to think about all these different things. They've got to set their car up ready, and a very long circuit, as you can see. Lots of straights, lots of DRS. We have 3 DRS zones, so plenty of opportunity to overtake, whether it be down that start finish straight or in sector 3. People generally use the first DRS straight to put themselves in a position to overtake. So we've got the first person out here. It's going to be a Haas. It looks like it's going to be Reese. Got to be careful coming out of the pits. Can be a bit awkward, and you can get penalised for crossing the white line. So you've got to be very careful. While he's on his, let's get on board. Actually, this is qualifying, so we mostly ride on board during qualifying. You see, we see from just behind the driver's head. So a nice view of everything that the driver sees. No messing about from Reese here. Warming the tyres up slightly. Can be quite awkward with traffic, especially people doing fast laps when others are doing out laps and stuff. You see the track is quite tight, not a lot of space to move over in certain spots. Oh, there's a touch of the wall there. That's just a slight kiss of the wall. I imagine people are not going to go full out on their first fast lap. Get a safe time in and take it from there, but we'll see. As Reese comes around the final corner then. As you can see, this is the start finish straight, DRS enabled. That's the run to turn 1 and 2. Gets very tight around there. Oh, and that will be, unfortunately for Reese, an invalidation. So we'll get on with Paul. Again, through turn 1 and 2. There we go, keeping it just about the right side of legal there. It's such a quick track, Jeddah, but there's no room for error. They're the two, ooh, bit of a snap there, I've oversteered. They're the two corners there, the right, left at the end of sector 1 that I seem to struggle with sometimes. On the hairpin then, and here comes the really fast section. You've got to be careful because this right-hander creeps up on you and boom, there you are. You've got to adjust for that. Good luck so far from Paul. Championship leader Tim still in the pits. Quite a few still in the pits. Gagley, Shane, Craig, Pastuso and Josh all in the pits still. So a lot of kinks and slight turns that are still full throttle. You have to get the line right through them. Let's see as he comes over the start finish line, and that is a 1:28.2. That's I think that's a good time, a decent start. There's another invalidation, and that's a 1:28.8. Let's see what Ice One's doing here, and a 1:34.7 for Shadow. Yeah, that's Matty with the 1:28.8. 1:29.3 for King Panda. That 1:28.2 looks pretty decent so far, as Ice One comes round at a 1:30.3, and Jill Thanos with a 1:31.2, Palander with a 1:30 even. Lots of times coming in. Let's see what Reese can do. And with Astias with a 1:28.4, which is the second best time so far. So, time's coming in thick and fast here. That's Pandaman Gaming, I think, with a the 1:30.8. I don't know if I mentioned that. Paddy with a 1:29.1. That's definitely a new time. Here comes Reese. Let's see what sort of time Reese can put in. A 1:28.5, which is good enough for third position so far. We have Ace here, who is invalidated. Tim is on an outlap. This is current world champion and championship leader. So no pressure, Tim. Great guys, Tim. I don't think anyone could begrudge him that championship win last season. I think everyone was happy that Tim won it, but at the same time, going into the last race, because of how far back he was, and he came to make it such a close championship finale. That's why I call Paddy the People's Champion, because he does. You know, everybody kind of also, you know, as we're all happy for Tim, but we all kind of thought, you know, can Paddy just do the impossible and win it? And unfortunately, on the last day of the season, he didn't. But second place in the championship last season for Paddy's not bad at all. And we'll stick on board with Tim. Gagley's on a fast lap, so we need to keep an eye out for that. Some more times coming in. Yeah, Gagley with a 1:28.2. Exactly the same time as Paul there. Obviously, Paul setting the time first, so is currently on pole. Here comes Tim then, starting his first fast lap of the evening. And if there's anyone you should watch closely to learn how to drive in this game, I would definitely recommend Tim. Very, very good. Very smooth. Aggressive, but always legal with his aggression as well during races. The purple sector 1. Looking very good so far. Is he not, maybe not quite getting as close to the walls as he could. But you don't want to get too close on your first fast lap and then actually fully put it into a wall and you don't have any time put in. Left-hander there, always a bit of a dodgy one. Bit of traffic here. I think that was Gagley just moving out of his way. And the Aston Martin could have been that man as well. And that's a 1:28.291, so only third position. Interesting. So let's get on board with that man here. Nice name that he's got there. A lot of laps going out, getting put in again as well. Got 1:33 for Ace. Shadow 131.1. Apologies. Yeah, everybody looking to improve. Oh, that's just took a bit too much curb there. And as you can see, that wasn't very helpful. Pastuso has invalidated, and Josh has invalidated too. They're on outlaps. Let's get back on with Paul, who's currently almost in sector 3, just trying to give himself a bit of a gap, a bit of clean air. Is he going to be able to improve on the 1:28.258? Currently has provisional pole, but you'd imagine towards the end of the session, which only has just over 8 minutes in it, you're gonna see that track evolution and people taking more risks. Again, very smooth. Ooh. He's got everything under control, just about keeping it there, keeping the car underneath him. Oh, that left-hander that you just saw. No purple sector 1 though. Oh, as you can see, taking more risks because he's got the time, a good time already. Yeah, he's backing out. He's not going to go for it. Just practicing his lines here. Reese in 5th, back out on a fast lap. Currently down on his time with a 1:28.5, I think. He's actually warming his tyres up. I think he's doing 2 out laps, or 2 laps to warm the tyres and burn off as much fuel as possible, which is not a bad strategy, to be honest. So there we go. This is going to be the fast lap. See that yellow bar on his steering wheel? That's his ERS he's using there. Giving him a little bit more speed down that start finish straight. Cautions in sector 2, probably just people making a gap. Oh, big touch of the wall there. And an invalidation. Let's see what Paddy's very close to his time. So if you're looking to improve, 8th position at the minute. Looking to get under a 129, that's for sure. Lots of people on outlaps. Josh hasn't put a lap in yet. In the pits there in the McLaren. Let's check out Paddy's sector 2. Yeah, that would be enough. Well, not quite enough actually to get under a 129. We'll move him up a position though. So that's what you can really ask, is to improve. Now he's coming in the pits, he's abandoned his lap. He's going to wait and go again. Maybe not a bad strategy. We've got Shane here on a fast lap. Currently in sector 2, just starting sector 2. Yet to put a lap in, so this might be his only chance. Oh, and a big touch of the wall there. That's more than a kiss. The top 6 all under the 129 mark. I think that's what everyone's going to be aiming for, especially those that are at a 130 right now. And that's Shane Round with a 133.5. That's 16th position. There comes that man again. He's currently almost at the end of sector 2, so we can see what sort of time. That's a purple sector. I believe that'll be a purple for him putting in a personal best, rather than it be a full purple fastest on the track sector. Expect everybody to be coming out right now. Matt is on a fast lap. Very, very good time there, a 129.5. Unfortunately for him though, that's only good enough for 9th position. So everybody's put a lap in right now, that's good. And as Matthew has invalidated his lap. Hopefully he's got enough fuel in the tank to go again. If not, that's going to be his qualifying over. Let's see what Panda Man Gaming's up to, shall we? Just started sector 1. King Panda is coming out now to start his out lap. Lander and Ice One 2. Reese just coming out. Gagley. They're all going to be wanting to get that final good run in, where they can risk it all, get really close to the walls. A little bit wide, not the perfect line through there from Panda Man in the Ferrari. Of course, pandas, endangered species, but we've got 2 of them in here. I actually have to get Panda Man out after qualifying and feed him some eucalyptus, getting ready for the race. See what sort of time. He's got to go better than a 130.8. He is going to go better. Up to 12th position, a 130.4. Not a bad time that. Let's go up to Matty, and yeah, Matty currently really quick. This could be a potential provisional pole here. King Panda's about to start his fast lap, so we'll again keep an eye out on that. We can switch to him immediately after we've seen this lap from Matty. Everybody trying to leave it as late as possible. Let that track evolve and get the fast timing. Oh, not quite. It's an improvement, and it's 5th position, but it's not good enough for pole. But it's a very good time, by the way, 1:28.5. Don't see anybody. Is anybody going to take that more than 2.5 tenths out, or 3 tenths to get a 1:27? I'm not sure. I think that might be asking a lot. Oh, King Panda there, very risky, but also very impressive, to be honest. It's a nice line, close to the wall as possible. These people to kind of get out of his way here. Also, if they're on a fast lap, they don't have to move out of his way. Here we go. King Panda's going to come across the line, and let's see what time it's going to be. It's going to be a 1:28.6. Oh, it's an improvement. It's a big improvement. It's just not enough. And let's go on board with Gagley. Currently 2 tenths up. That would be enough for provisional pole. So we're going to be watching these times coming thick and fast. Reese has finished. Gagley has done a 1:28.075. That's a big lap. Let's see what Paul can do. I think he's got Tim just behind. You see the checkered flags are out. This last corner is going to be so important to Paul here. It's going to be the difference between pole and second. It's not quite enough. Here comes Tim, who is invalidated, so Tim definitely not going to improve. And he's going to lose a position. Astiers there with a 1:28.24, which is quicker. King Panda technically has another lap, but no, the only person, Shadow on a... Shadow is up, actually. This is going to be the last person to finish the lap. Oh, you can hear this tyre squeal there going around the corner. Giving it absolutely everything. It's an improvement as well. That's a 1:30.4. There you go. There you have the starting grid, and Tim in 4th. Wow. Gagley with a massive lap at the end there. Paul Jones just so close, but not quite able to get pole position. Some very solid laps for him though, all the way through qualifying, consistent in the times. Let's get on board with Gagley so he can celebrate his podium. And that's a big podium. Kind of don't want to be stuck in traffic going into turns 1 and 2, so that's very important. There's the full standings. So we've got Gagley and Paul Jones on the front row, followed by Astiers and Tim. On the 3rd row of the grid, we've got Matty and Reese. Then 7th, Josh, who put that last very late lap in, did very well there. Then we've got King Panda, followed by Paddy and that man, followed by Ice One, Palander, Shadow Perp, Panda Man, Giathanos, Pastuzo, Craig, Ace, and then finally Shane in the Sauber. Less than a second between the top 9, which on quite a long circuit is very close. So we should see some really good racing here. Everyone now will be setting their fuel loads, checking whether they've got the tyres and which tyres they want to put on, what strategy. I think you have to take into consideration that there's almost 100% likelihood of a safety car. It'd be at least a VSC. I would imagine in that case, it's just my opinion and what I would do. I'd probably start on the medium tyre and save the hards. Then if there is a relatively early safety car, 6, 7 laps in, 8 laps in, whatever, you might be able to risk going on the harder tyre and taking that the rest of the race, and obviously pitting off the mediums early. But we'll see what everybody does. There we go, no formation lap, no messing around. You see everybody off, and Gagley and Paul Jones side by side. Oh, Paul Jones, there you go. I mean, I think that was a slight touch with Gagley, and he's managed to keep it going. You can see everybody is just switching positions right now. What a start for Gagley, already 8/10 up. Some gaps already showing. Tim in 6th position, not the greatest start. Looking to get past Shadow here. And does so. Let's quickly check the tyres. Yeah, so we've got everybody on mediums apart from Matty, who's gone on the hard tyre, and Ace, who's put the soft tyre on. So maybe thinking about an early safety car and an early pit stop. I think that's a little bit higher risk than if you were to put a medium on. Matty's just gone through there into 9th position. This is the battle for second. Gagley already 2.2 seconds down the road. These two holding each other up slightly as you see Reese go through and into 2nd position. Steers now back into 3rd where he qualified. Paddy a second behind. DRS will be enabled on the 2nd lap. And you see Reese struggling here to hold off Asters, and Tim in the background. Let's see, can we get close? No, not quite, but we will have, from this lap, we will have the DRS. Very, very chaotic start there. To be expected here, of course. This is Jeddah. This does happen at Jeddah. But it's nice to see we've still got all 19 runners. Nobody DNF'd as yet. Don't want to give anyone the commentator's curse. We have a DRS train from 2nd down to 7th right now, and a little gap. And we've got Josh, Matty, Paul Jones, who's working his way back through the pack. That man as well in the 2nd DRS train. Reese now 2.5 behind Gagley, who's absolutely loving this. I have to see post-race what happened there in terms of incidents. Let's actually go down to Paul Jones. Just the quickest look at his front wing there. Looks like he didn't get any damage. We've got a problem there. I think that's Geothanos. Is that a front right end plate problem there? But look at the gap. Gagley now almost 3 seconds and putting in the fastest lap of the race. Can I see damage there on the front left of the stairs? Yeah, so running with damage, and that's probably what's slowing everybody up. People need to get through and clear him a little bit. And he'll ride on board with him. He's got Paddy right behind. There you go, and Tim right behind that. This is some fantastic racing for somebody with. You see, he's having to. Yeah, that I thought that might happen. He's struggling with that broken wing. Paddy now into 3rd position, and Palander with the 3 seconds. Ace with 3 seconds. That man with 3 seconds. Very easy here. You think it's a street circuit, you'd say, well, how's he getting track limits? Yeah, it's the very harsh with the track limits at Jeddah. So I believe that's Jofanos again, bringing out the yellow flags momentarily. Such a difficult track, so it's not surprising. King Panda's managed to get right on the back of these as well. The two Red Bulls, very good team, work well together. Paul Jones going through on his namesake there, Matty Jones. Hopefully not a bit of family rivalry there. It'll be awkward at Sunday dinner. And yeah, Paddy goes through on Reese. You see Astairs trying to send it down the inside. Reese defending well. Tim now has managed to go through on Astairs. Hopefully just for these guys, not for the race. I mean, I hope Astairs stays on with him. I mean, the fact that he's got a damaged wing is incredible what he's doing. And there's Matty Jones has retired from the session. And I believe it's in the pits though. So no safety car. That's fortunate for Gagli. I don't think he's going to want a safety car at all this race. 4 seconds in front, and Pastuzo getting a 3-second penalty there for multiple track limit warnings. And the last thing Gagli's going to want is a safety car, and that's Matty Jones out. Sure, he'll be cheering on his namesake Paul there. Both in the Alpines, by the way. They might actually be brothers. Jones, quite a common surname though, you don't know. And Reese round the outside, 2 Trailer Park Girls getting through on Paddy. And we'll see King Panda try and have a go here. If you can get close enough. No, not quite. But we do see Paddy retaking second position. Tim sat in third, just in fourth, apologies. And just taking his time. I think if Astairs didn't have that damage on his wing, he'd be flying right now. So Tim goes through on Reese to take third position. So Tim now in a good situation. There's Ice One with 3 seconds. Right on board with King Panda. Currently running in 6th position. Very, very close. Lots of DRS, but because it's a bit of a train going on, makes it more difficult to overtake. Excuse me. I think Tim's looking at 3 seconds, by the way, for Shane for multiple track limit warnings. And I just think, and I feel like Tim wants to make that overtake and start closing the gap on Gagli. He had to work his way, he didn't have the greatest of starts. He had to work his way through the pack. He got from 4th to 6th, but now in 3rd position. Will be looking to take 2nd. He's very, very close. Yeah, there you go. They're swapping positions there. Tim and Paddy. There comes King Panda making the move. Not quite able to though. So Tim now taking 2nd position in this race. He's got to look to be... Oh, we've got caution in sector 3. I think that might be Ace around the last corner. I think Tim's going to look to pull away and close the gap. It's going to be difficult, and that's another 3 seconds for Steers there. That front wing damage not doing any favours. Needs to... I understand why he's not pitted in, from the point of view that he would have lost a lot of time, and he would have had to pit in again. The hard tyres aren't going to go 24 laps, but... Oh, and that's a massive hit on the wall there from King Panda. Probably no damage though. Gap to 5 seconds between Tim and Gagli. So having that clean air and not having to battle with anybody. Gagli's looking very strong. Gil Sanos there really struggling. This is a circuit, you know, you can't really judge anyone on this circuit. It's such a technical track. Let's see if King Panda makes another move here, or at least attempts to. It's quite far back. Paddy jumps up into third position, into second position. You can see there down the road. I think Tim's going to maybe get it back. Yeah, just having a better line into turn one. So this chasing pack right now is looking very good. Reese with 3 seconds too. That could be quite damaging come the end of this race. Steers here looking very, very good. I mean, how he's keeping up is beyond me with that front wing damage. And that's another 3 seconds for Philander there. To take him to a total of 6. And that's these track limit time penalties are going to be crucial come the end, I imagine. As you can see, you know, Steers not messing about, actually really going for it. Reese well defended, in fairness. Bit of a gap opening up now between Tim and Paddy. Tim clearly looking to pull away so he can, as I mentioned, just concentrate on as King Panda goes through there into 5th position. He's going to be looking to pull away just so he can just concentrate on hunting down the car in front of him, which is Gagley, but it doesn't look like he's able to. Paddy has closed the gap. Reese is 7/10 behind Paddy, so there's potential at least there for Tim and Paddy just to pull away and not have to worry about those behind them, but quite difficult on a track that has so many different DRS zones. Steers now kind of dropping off the back of this pack. You can see the slight gaps opening up, and it will close when we get back into DRS, which should be any time now. I'd like to send my apology out to Gagley. We've not really seen him since the first couple of corners because that's because he's been so dominant. Yeah. Oh, look at Paddy making the move there. Very nice. Up into second place for the People's Champ. Reese now looking to go through on Tim. And he does. Tim losing out there because he was the one without DRS. It's going to be difficult for Paddy now to defend. So lots of switches in positions. King Panda's just trying to hold on to the back of these guys. No, Paddy's managed to defend really well there. Fair play to the man. He's managed to hold on to second place. But now the gap is 6.2 seconds. We can just quickly look at this. Gagley, look at the clear track. Very nice. Just taking it at his own pace, nice and easy, no worries, not a care in the world. Looking to lap Thanos, and yeah, he just looks really, really solid. 9 laps in now, and still no safety car, so quite an interesting development. Oh, and that was Reese there, I think. In third position, just having a little taking the iRacing line. Okay then, let's see what Paddy can do here. Difficult. He's gonna have to hold them off, not just round here in this DRS zone, but then straight away when you get on the start finish line. Gagley now has lapped Thanos. These guys are going to be looking to do the same. I think that Astias could pit in right now. I think that the hard tyres would last. He'd be sliding a bit at the end, but I think it'd be worth it. Plus, there's the undercut too. I think he needs to be thinking about a pit stop. Palanda with another 3 seconds, up to 9. That's Paul Jones Jr. with 3 seconds. I think if you can avoid getting any penalties here, you're looking very, very good. Nice one going through on that man there for 12th position. Look at the Red Bull of Tim. Red Bulls as a team, of course, leading the constructors. You can see why, both in the top 5. Paddy is going to be looking to get as close as possible. Yeah, I think if Astairs can keep in within DRS, I guess he kind of doesn't have to pit in, but I think because he's got to change wing, pitting early, obviously he won't get the undercut because of the wing change, but it would negate a lot of the time that he needs to take 2 changes wing. We'll have to see what happens though. We'll see who's going to be the first to pull the trigger out of these guys and go into the pits. Paddy's going to look to make a move. Reese looking to make a move. King Panda looking to make a move. Oh, they're a bit locked together there. Ooh, but all got through pretty well. I think Astairs has actually come into the pits. So yeah, looking to change that front wing. Showing really good pace in qualifying and in the race. So Paddy and Reese side by side here. And that's given Tim a little bit of a gap. So that could be crucial in terms of this race. He's got to stay over a second in front. If we can stop these guys getting DRS, or well, the guy directly behind him, of course, then I think he has a cheeky run for first place. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, you've got to make 7 seconds up on Gagley, which is not easy at all. But yeah, Paddy in a bit of trouble here. He's not been able to get the DRS through that first sector. .1 the gap. Reese managed to get within DRS range. I think that's massively important for him. I think King Panda might have a go here. No, he's going to come in. King Panda's coming into the pits. He's going to be the first one. Unless these guys are thinking of a medium soft strategy. But yeah, end of lap 11. Depends how these mediums are holding up. I don't see people throwing it around corners like it's a rally car, so yeah, maybe medium soft is the way for some of these guys. A bit risky, but yeah. So Paul Jones in 7th has pitted in. Astairs has pitted in. Palanda, Josh, that man, Shadow, Craig, Shane, all pitted in, and King Panda obviously still running in 5th position. Has made his pit stop. Making it early. I think the undercut's looking pretty good here. Paddy's just dropped down to about a second behind. I think he's about got that into the DRS range. As we look to enter the first DRS zone. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's just managing to keep it within a second as Reese takes control of second place here. Oh, now you can see struggling for grip. Paddy's coming in, not taking any risks. And we've got a safety car. We have a full safety car. I don't know, it was sector 3. Might be Geothanos with the error there. So full safety car. Well, VSC so far. My apologies. I thought it was a full safety car. That's me jumping the gun. But that's going to give an advantage to those that pitted in there. Paddy, for example, loses less time on his stop. As we see Gagley now 9.7 in front. We've got race conditions again, green flag. These two are absolutely battling for it. Of course, Reese with the 3 seconds, but still would like to finish as high as possible on track. You never know if someone else makes a mistake that gives you that cushion. Undercut looking very good here for Paddy. King Panda didn't make as much time as I thought he would, but that is due to King Panda, yeah, pitting in under race conditions, and Paddy timed it perfectly there. Everyone had to slow down and race with the delta. It's basically a time you can't exceed, and you have to. You've got a time. You've got the red and in the green. You can't let it go in the red. You get done for speeding, and it's not 100% race pace. So Paddy making up a good time there. Gagley now in the pits. We're well over halfway, so looks like these two guys here, Tim and Reese, are going to be looking to put softs on. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's see how close Paddy can get to Gagley too. You're not far off, to be fair. Just 2.5 seconds behind. Let's check these tyres again. Yeah, so Gagley's gone on to the hard tyres. They're very much going to last until the end of the race. These are out a long time on these mediums, and as you saw towards the end of the last lap, round that last corner, you saw Reese struggling there, throwing it round the corner, sliding all the way across the track as if he's driving a rally car. But yeah, fair play. They look like they might be doing a medium soft. Here's we've got another 3 seconds there. Who was that for? That was Pastuzo, who is now on a 6-second time penalty. Surely these guys are going to come in this lap, or are they? No, it looks like they're staying out. So yeah, I think Reese is actually coming in. No, he's staying out. I'm a bit surprised by that. More laps go by. I think Gagley's going to be closing this gap on those hard tyres, and there's Tim with a 3-second penalty. Oh, that could be huge. That's just even things up between Tim and Reese, which of course for this race is massive, because they're on an even footing now. But Reese has really dropped back. I think he's struggling with those tyres big time. Almost 5 seconds back. Might have took damage there as well. I just looked away for a second. Look at that. He can hardly get them around the corner. Losing so much time. I think and look, a touch on the wall. Yeah, no front wing either. I think that extra couple of laps has really messed Reese up here. He's going to have to get a wing change. Josh with 3 seconds for multiple warnings as well. Trying to see where Josh is. There he is. That's his first 3-second penalty. Currently running 9. Panda Man Gaming has retired from the race. We have a VSC. Is it going to turn into a full safety car? This could be to Tim's advantage. He has to pit in now. Reese is out of the race. Couldn't make it round. Let's see if we can. No, I don't think we'll be able to see the remnants of his car. Let's have a look. No, I don't think so. But still, only a VSC, not a full safety car. You see Tim's in. He's put the hard tyres on. He's going to drop down, but he's going to have really fresh hard tyres, and he can really push this. It's between. Look at how close Paddy and Gagley are right now, in first and second. Very nice, impressive. King Panda dropping down there. Is he going to the pitch? Yeah. strange pit stop. Yeah, lots of people putting in here for fresh mediums. Kind of get it if they're that far behind the pack. I kind of understand it, and they're going to just push as much as they can. It is a full safety car, by the way, as you can see. So yeah, maybe the fresh mediums is a good shout, because you're all going to be in a bunch together there. Tim made a slight strategical error, but he wasn't to know, of course. He didn't know that, and he was still going to have to change his tyres. I think if these hurry up and get round, I imagine Tim might pit in again just to put the mediums on. It does look like the gap's been closed, but that Ferrari there is Ace, who has been lapped, so doesn't have to really worry about that. It's behind him now. It looks like King Panda's gonna be able to catch up. That means if Tim does pit in, he's gonna lose a hell of a lot of positions. He'll be down in P10. Giathanos with a severe collision with Shane under safety car conditions is very naughty. That's 10 seconds there. You see, only 4 drivers. This is typical of Jeddah. Well, only 4 drivers yet to receive a penalty, whether it be for track limit warnings or whatever. Just quickly check it again, these tyres. See King Panda there on those mediums. It's very interesting. Nobody's pitting in now because you lose too many positions. Couple more pitting in. I think Shadow's no, Shadow's stayed out, I think. Reese has been disconnected. No. He's left. I think if he has a really good restart here, you imagine that Tim, knowing that the difference in tyres, would let King Panda through. Of course, they are battling for a championship too. You see, at what point do team orders get thrown out of the window? Yeah, I think the advantage, if he can show good pace off the restart, is going to be with King Panda on those mediums. Those fresh medium tyres are going to do a really good job, and you would expect now, as we're on lap 17 of 25, almost lap 18, that they're going to be at peak performance for the rest of the race. Currently, as I mentioned, on lap 17 of 25. So, plenty of time. More incidents. Yeah, been a very interesting race from second downwards. Gagli's dominated this race and really didn't want a safety car. But the pace that he's shown, you'd think that he's probably not too worried. It's probably just annoying more than anything that that the gap's been closed because of that. Paddy with a perfectly timed pit stop, big undercut, was right behind Gagli. He's probably slightly annoyed as well because he's having to defend now from those behind him. And safety car staying out. I'm surprised, to be honest. I thought it would come in this lap. So we're going to get another lap of the safety car, and then we're going to have a restart lap with no DRS. So it's going to be at least lap 20 before we get DRS. Everybody right now will be charging their battery. Well, I guess not even charging it. I think it'll be at 100% by now. If it's not, then yeah, you're probably doing something wrong. But yeah, everybody full battery, so no worries about that. 10 seconds. What for? Who's that? Paul Jones in 6th. Oh, look at that! Sends it into the back of the stairs. That's a little bit naughty, unless I mean, he might have just broke late, but yeah, not great driving under the safety car. As you will well know if you're a regular to the stream, I always say you have 10 car lengths under a safety car for a reason. There's no need to overdo it, and you don't have to get too close, don't worry about that. Before I was rudely interrupted by that crash, yeah, the guys here, Gagley, Paddy, King Panda, even Shadow, massive advantage with them not having any time penalties. Keeping it clean and racing your own race is very important. Not to get any... Oh, and there's a drive-through for Paul Jones for falling too far back. Now, I think that will have to do with him, you know, not having a front wing and being... and being in the wall. But yeah, now you'll see everybody bunching up. You see everybody getting very close. Don't want to be left behind on the restart. Gagley letting the safety car go, slowing this pack down as much as possible. There we go. You see warming the tyres. Everybody behind. Josh with a 10 seconds. This is very unusual and not great to see, really. All these 10-second penalties for collisions under a safety car. You shouldn't be that close to people. Yes, I know we're about to restart as Gagley pulls away there. Very good restart. Tim is looking to... 3 wide there in the background, as you can see. Ooh, dearie me. Hopefully no incident. 3 seconds there for that man with multiple warnings. Let's go a bit further down. That's the Ferrari being lapped, so no worries about the ghosting rule. And the RB, of course, of Gio Thanos. Back to the top. There's Tim and Paddy side by side. Where's Paddy? Just behind there. Nice one with 3 seconds. Gagley already pulled out a 1.3 second gap, so yeah, showing that pace again. However, Tim has got second position. There's no DRS as yet until the start of the next lap. It's actually about halfway around the next lap. So he has a chance to close the gap, but he's not. He's struggling. Gap now 1.8, and what he's doing now is giving Gagley a massive advantage over the likes of Patty and King Panda. Obviously Tim will drop down some places with that 3 second penalty. 2 places you would assume. If he stays in second position, but yeah. Very tough for him. We'll see Paddy getting the run. Looking to take the outside. It's a bit boxed in there by the Red Bulls, and King Panda side by side. You see, ooh, Steers looking to make a move too. And King Panda's out. Wow, and that's going to be another full safety car. Right at the death here. Lap 20 of 25. King Panda is out of the race. No points. Incident with Paddy there and Steers. And also kind of with Tim. They were all bunched up. That's Craig with 10 seconds for ignoring a yellow flag. The lack of discipline in this race under the safety car has been quite depressing, to be honest. Not what you want to see at all. I'm sure we'll see some incidents be reported by the drivers post-race, because this is... Obviously, you don't want to see this sort of thing. Accidents happen. Of course they do. We can't say anything about that. But I will say that one thing is accidents happening, but another thing is the way that some people tonight have been driving under yellow flags. It's not been very nice to see. Let's see, is Gagley going to come in? He is going to come in. Now, he's obviously going to put a set of softs on. What's everyone else going to do? Tim's in. Steers has stayed out on the mediums. Ice One's on softs already, stayed out. Palander on soft, stayed out. This race, let's just check the tyres. This race could get very interesting very quickly here. I don't envision the safety car staying out for too long. And I think the advantage still lies with Gagley. You can see the three in front of him. 6, 6 and 12 seconds of penalties respectively. Pastuzo with 6 behind him and Tim with 3 behind him. So I do think the advantage still lies with Gagley in terms of the race win after penalties have been put on. But in terms of on track, that's going to be very interesting. Hopefully everyone's a little bit safer right now. We've seen the incidents that we've had under the safety car, and I don't think there's any need. I actually think, no, Esteves has backed up a little bit. He doesn't want to get too close to the safety car either and get caught out by that. I see this being just the one lap of safety car, and it'll come in at the end of this lap. At most, it'll go for one more lap, but I don't see it. If it carries on, then it will be just the one lap more, surely. We've had no signals that the safety car's coming in, so yeah, it's probably going to be one lap more. Just to get those back markers, as you can see. Back to the pack. So it's going to be the end of lap 22 that the safety car comes in. So lap 23, no DRS. Lap 24 and 25 will be with DRS. Look for the fast lap here as well. I think you'll see that being switched. Of course, the problem for Gagley now is that obviously it was the right thing to do. He was on hard tyres. He was probably going to get done by these new mediums and softs. But the problem for him is, with him being in 4th position, it's that close battling. It's going to be difficult. Mercedes 1-2 right now, though. Something you're not going to see very often in real life. But yeah, Mercedes 1-2, although with the penalties. Again, Paddy, who's down in 7th, obviously made the stop. And Shadow are going to jump up quite a few places. 4, maybe 5 places. And Pastuzo there. What's going on there? Oh, 10 seconds for Paddy for ignoring the yellow flag. Maybe he'll have that taken off post-race, but yeah, that's not great news for him either. We do have the safety car in this lap then. I assume that Esteves is going to try and back everyone up a little bit. go, we're restarting then. Good restart from Steers. And, and a touch there. And you can see somebody is, and there's oh my word, there's so much going on here. This is going to be, so we have a Sauber in the wall. Somebody's got wing damage for sure. I think it might be Steers in first position. We've got Ice One with a corner cut. Gagley up into second. There's just so much happening here right now. 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Another 10 seconds, by the way, for Ice One for gaining advantage, gaining a place from corner cutting. Gagley about to go into first position. Tim up into fifth. Yeah, Gagley takes the lead of the race on lap 23. Absolute carnage here. Shadow is in 11th position. There's just so much happening right now. It's really difficult to commentate on. Loads of penalties. Gagley in first position. You would imagine now very much has the advantage. Paddy is going to absolutely push this and hope to get the time penalty taken away, I imagine. Tim up into fourth now, going through on Ice One. Ice One with 19 seconds of penalties. That's going to be a massive detriment to him. Yeah, Tim now taking the inside line through round the last corner. Side by side with Paddy. Paddy's going to come back. Yeah, DRS is enabled for the final 2 laps of the race. Absolutely mental scenes. Steers, by the way, if he didn't get those 6 seconds of penalties earlier, he's well in this race. Driving without a wing. I think he might be still driving without a wing, to be fair. Ace now with 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Puts his total penalties up to 15 seconds. Yeah, massive touch there. More than a touch, yeah. Tim on a Steers there, who gets a 3 seconds for multiple warnings, which is kind of not his fault. Paddy's looking to try and get through. This is the battle for second position because it looks like Gagley's going to take first. Yeah, I think. Yeah, look at Steers again with the front right end plate damage. He's had a phenomenal race considering. Extra 3 seconds of penalties. Tim looks like he's going to take second position right now. Paddy going to try and get through. Does get through. Don't think he's going to be able to make a second gap there. Josh in 5th position, by the way. Only 3 seconds worth of penalties. Going to jump up, maybe even to second here. He might get second in this race. Gagley coming round the final corner. As we can see, Paddy, Steers both not going to give anything, going to give it all there. Gagley with the fastest lap takes the race win. Oh no, we've got 1 lap left. What am I talking about? What am I going on about here? I'm absolutely mental. I've absolutely lost it here. It's just so much going on. Josh has just taken 3 seconds. Oh, that's unlucky there because probably on for second place. Craig has just passed Pastuzo to get 9th. There's just so much going on here. It's still so close at the front. Paddy's managed to gap Steers by a second, which will keep him in front of him, regardless of the penalties. Tim, is he far enough away to stay in front of everyone else? I'm just calculating it now. I've just calmed down a little bit. Absolutely mental. Last couple of laps here. Yeah, Josh, is he close enough? He's gonna be, no, he's got, because he's got 3 seconds. I think Tim's, yeah. Josh will go above Paddy, but not above Tim. We've got yellow flags. I think that's in sector 2 as well. I'm not sure who that is, to be honest. But here we are. This is the last lap as Gagley takes the race win. Tim in second, Paddy third, but Josh will probably, yeah, Josh up into third, Paddy fourth, Steers fifth, Palanda with sixth from Ice One, and then Shadow moves up into fifth, Craig moves up into seventh. So these penalties are really changing things here. So Pastuzo went up to 9th. Ice One down into 10th. As you can see, very difficult finish to the race here because of the penalties. They've absolutely thrown me off. I apologise for that, but there we go. That's the final standings. It's going to be Gagley taking the race win from Tim. Josh managing to get 3rd position. Paddy in 4th. Will be looking to get that 10-second penalty taken away. So we're going to have a look at that afterwards. If that is the case, he's gonna get 2nd position. But yeah, it's a race win for the main man there, Gagley. Back after last week, no points. Shadow getting driver of the day. What an absolutely chaotic finish. Carnage at the end there from about lap 17 and until the end. I confused myself there. Finishing prematurely. I mean, my wife can tell you all about that. But yeah, as it is though, Gagley with the race win and the fast lap. There's Tim 2nd. Let's see the full standings. Josh 3rd, Paddy 4th, Shadow with 5th, starting from 13th. Craig 6th from 17th. That is an awesome race. Palander 7th, 8th for Pastuzo, 9th for Ice One, 10th for Paul Jones, 11th for that man, 12th for Astairs there with the incident at the end. Giothanos gets 13th, 14th for Shane, 15th for Ace, and then there's the DNFs from King Panda, Reese, Panda Man and Matty. But we have to say, a very, very dominant race weekend from Gagley there. Pole position, 1st on the grid, fastest lap and the race win. No penalties either. Had it all his own way this weekend. And a phenomenal performance. I would normally say congratulations to everyone that finished, but I think there were some dodgy incidents there tonight. What I will say is I'd like to thank Ace, Ice One, and all the NOMEX team for allowing me to commentate once again on this league. Always a huge pleasure to do so. And yeah, I am just like, my mind's fried after that one. That was yeah, very much a bit of a mad race. We will be back, of course, next Sunday. Same time, same place. But not on the same circuit. Yes, next week we won't be at Jeddah, that's for sure. I did say it was going to be full of incidents. I didn't think it was going to be that full of incidents. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that sort of thing. So round 8 is going to be with a sprint race as well. We're going to be in Spain. Shout out to all my fellow Spaniards. Thoughts and prayers with everyone in Valencia and the Valencia region right now. For people that don't know, I live in Spain myself. I was unaffected by the floods, but it's quite shocking to see. But yeah, next week we will be in Spain, and we've got a sprint race, so lots to look forward to. Thanks everybody for tuning in. As always, it's always a pleasure for me doing this for you, and we will see you yeah, next Sunday.